Sumati.
Honorable Chairperson, sir, I thank you profusely for giving me this opportunity to make my maiden speech on the finance bill.
Oh.
As a debut parliamentary member from South Chennai constituency,
Very good.
I ascend from the land of Tamilnadu, a land where the great Sangam poet Kaniyan Pungundran 2000 years ago transcended all the geographical boundaries undeclared. Yadum Ure, Yavarum Keli. Meaning, the whole world is my home and all human beings are my kith and kin. I ascend from the land of social justice and equality, wherein the great poet Thiruvalluvar transcended even all the divisions in the society 2000 years ago and denounced the watertight Varnashrama Dharma, declared Pirapokkum Ella Uyirukkum, meaning all are equal by birth. I am equally proud to state that I hail from the land of Dravidian Reformation and Tamil cultural renaissance, pioneered by iconoclast rebel Thandai Periyar, Dravidian Demosthenes Perarinyar Anna, founder leader of our party, DMK party, and Muthamizhariஞர் Dr. Kalaignar, the legendary literary icon and the phenomenal political statesman for whom I am perennially indebted for my political career. Sir, I stand here cherishing the memory of my father, late Mr. Thangapandiyan, and I want to place on record my sincere thanks to my party leader, Thalapathy Mr. M.K. Stalin, for whose statesmanship and leadership, under his guidance, the Tamil Nadu people have given a solid mandatory support for federalism and secularism, for having reposed faith. This is my maiden speech. My maiden speech.
This is your maiden speech.
Introduction. My maiden speech. For having
this is your maiden speech.
Faith and trust.
She's giving some introduction.
For having allowed me to enter this portal.
No, she's giving her introduction.
I'm eternally grateful for him. Sir,
please bear with her. Please bear with her. Okay.
Sir,
yes.
Here yes. I am reminded of Sir Dadabhai Nauroji, who in his maiden speech told that he was the first British member to get elected, Indian member to get elected for British Parliament. He said, on behalf of India, I thank the British people. On behalf of our party, I thank the Tamil Nadu people for their mandate for federalism and secularism. This present Lok Sabha, vibrant with 78 MPs. And I humbly, happily share the fact, women MPs, I humbly, happily share the fact that I am the second woman MP to get elected from the South Chennai constituency after 28 years. A constituency which has been represented by luminaries like Anna, Dravidian ideologist Mr. Thiru Murasali Maran, a former president R. Venkatraman, and a present DMK party leader, respected honorable member T.R. Balu sir. I thank my constituency people and I promise them that I shall put my best foot forward. At the outset, I'd like to congratulate our first full-time woman finance minister, Tirumati Nirmala Sitharaman, for having presented her maiden budget. And I'm doubly happy to congratulate her as a Tamilachi, as Tamil woman, since she is the daughter of her soil. Sir, I envisage the Honorable President's address, Honorable Prime Minister's speech, the Finance Minister's budget and the Finance Bill a square of mirage. A mirage which has given the citizens of the people lots of promises and rosy pictures that all will be well, with a vision and mission of 5 trillion economy by 2024-25. During his last stint, our Honorable Prime Minister has given a lot of promises that black money would be brought back and generated, and 10 crore jobs would be generated and given, but alas, nothing concrete was done. With the unemployment rate of 6.1, trumpeting of a 5 trillion economy by 2024 is a big farce. India's major strength lies in its conventional labor-driven industries and its development depends majorly on the skilled young manpower. But misadventures like demonetization, badly handled GST, devaluation of rupees have created tremendous unemployment. The budget is actually a fudget. I would term it as a fudget. I tell you why. Table 2.5 of Statistical Appendix in the volume 2 of the Economic Survey reveals that actual net tax revenues in 2018-19 are provisionally estimated at rupees 13.16 lakh crores, but it is shown an increase of rupees 14.84 lakh crores in the budget. That's why I term it as a budget, and I term it as a much ado about nothing budget. So coming to the discussion on the finance bill, I'm reminded again here of the Dadabhai Naoroji. He has given a very famous speech titled as India Must Be Bled, B-L-E-D, a title which he borrowed from Lord Salisbury. I quote, as India must be bled. These words were delivered by a Secretary of State for India, Lord Salisbury himself. Let's clearly understand what is meant by bleeding a nation. It is perfectly true that when there is a government, people must pay taxes. But there is a great difference between taxing people and bleeding people, unquote. So through you, I'd like to ask the government, you waive tax for corporates, you disinvest public sectors, you neither rebate tax for middle class nor for common people, nor waive farmer loans, but increase the tax, thereby escalating petrol and diesel prices. Doesn't it make India bleed all the more? If you still believe in what Gandhiji told, that the crux of the nation lies in the welfare of the farmers, just giving them rupees 6,000, a pittance amount, leave alone leaving them in the lurch of the debts and all those things, it is just a pittance amount. Sir, with greatest grouse, I record here that the Tamil Nadu people still, they have this grouse that our Honorable Prime Minister had not visited the Gaja cyclone hit areas, turning a cold shoulder to it. Exactly. So, the gold price, increase in it. Is it not making the country bleed? If you believe in what you profess, the finance minister has told that there will be a shift from women-centric to women-led India. If that is true, then the import duty on gold is hiked from 10% to 12.5%, which would directly hit the middle-class Indian women. Because even now, the savings of the Indian household is in gold, and for an underprivileged section of women, for a woman, working-class woman, even making a Mangal Sutra in gold has become a far-fetched dream now. Doesn't it make India bleed all the more? So the finance bill, which, if I may use the term, is the poor cousin of the budget, since it parrots the policies of the government, a pro-corporate and an anti-Commonwealth government with a thrust on disinvestment, which makes India bleed all the more. Sir, they say the destiny of the nation lies in the way it treats its children, women, underprivileged section, and physically challenged people, writers, artists, and above all, the minorities. But lynching and poaching, doesn't it make India bleed all the more? And as a vernacular poet, I can see and sense disappointment and despair. Plurality, regionality, diversity, pluralism, secularism, everything have been tamed into one sloganeering of one nation, one election, one ration card, and now one grid. Sir,
yes.
Robert Walpole, I have time, sir. I'm the only member speaking, only member in DMK. I do have time. Sir Robert Walpole, later Earl of Hertford, when he spoke on the House of Lords Bill 1719, made this observation. I quote, among the Romans, the wisest people upon earth, the temple of fame was placed behind the temple of virtue to denote that there was no coming to the temple of fame but through that of virtue, unquote. If this scenario continues, our virtues will be lost and India will bleed all the more. I have a few queries to be asked through you, sir. My South Chennai constituency comprises a lot of fishermen populace. Till today, agriculture, fishery and farming are not treated as industries in the real sense of the term, besides the fact that they are destined to bear the brutal brunt of natural calamities like cyclone, tsunami and depletion of resources. The Honorable Finance Minister has announced Matsya Sampada Yojana as part of Blue Revolution, with an aim to bring all fishermen under the umbrella of all farmer welfare programs and assures to promote aquaculture through an easy access to credit. I quote from Money Control News, a special fisheries of and aquaculture infrastructure development fund of rupees 7,522 has been allotted last year, but this fund will be used to attract private investment in creation and management of fisheries infrastructure facilities, unquote. Sir, how would you expect an ordinary fisherman, son of the sea, who sets out to the sea every day and makes his living in that with nil investment?
Please,
sir, I have time.
No.
5 more minutes, sir. 5 more minutes. Please, sir, I have time. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, sir.
No.
It is my maiden speech and I am
That's why you are given more time.
Representative, sir. Please, sir.
That's why we are given more time. You can conclude.
Development.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Fast.
When you have given so much time for them, it is. So 10 minutes.
Your party has allotted 10 minutes.
Not
You
for
already
the
taken.
indigenous fisherman. This is for the macro fishing industry magnet. And private investment is the key word here. Chennai's largest IT hub is in my constituency. In the era of technological advancement, the paradigm shift is now on the artificial intelligence. I would like to ask, what are the steps taken to sensitize this industry towards the opportunities that will open up due to 5G spectrum?
Yes.
Sir, Tinagar and Mylapore, two important cluster areas which comes in my parliamentary constituency are areas of MSME. The Finance Minister has just reiterated the sanctioning of loans up to 1 crore in 59 minutes for GST approved SME units. Sir, I appreciate it, but the bankers are wary of dispersing the loans accordingly. Could the government furnish any data of number of loans actually distributed through this scheme? Sir, there are major amendments in income tax, other direct taxes domain, indirect taxes, GST, etc. Individuals spending more than 2 lakh on foreign travel. The insertion of the provisos in section 139 makes them these following: the individual spending more than rupees 2 lakhs on foreign travel a year, individual spending more than rupees 1 lakh on electricity in a year to file ITR. How is it possible, sir? Because this is a country wherein the joint family system is still prevalent. How would they, with the many number of members, limit their electricity expenses within 1 lakh a year? Sir, there is a Tamil poem from Sangam literature, Nattinai, Maramsa Marundum Kollar Mandar, Uramsa Chayar Uyardavam, Valam Geda Ponnum Kollar Mannar Nanudal, Nam Tamunmain Ulame. Generally, men of great stature won't strip up the medicinal plants to that extreme of letting it to perish. They won't do penance at the cost of prowess to become weak.
Yes.
Similarly, a good-natured king won't burden his citizens with heavy taxes, leading them to poverty. This world survives since men of such stature never falter. So last point, only last 2 points. I have, last point, sir. Sir, with anguish and pain, I want to draw the attention of the Honorable Minister through you, the allocation of rupees 50 crores to appoint Hindi teachers to the non-Hindi speaking states, which is a clear design to promote the 3-language formula, a pet theme of this government. Here I want to emphatically state that our DMK party and our leader Talabadi, Mr. Stalin, upholds only the 2-language formula. I would like to remind the statement of our party founder leader, Peraringer Anna, in this. I quote, I have authorized 3 legislative laws. Last sentence, sir. I have authorized 3 legislative laws in Tamilnadu State Assembly as its Chief Minister. These are the words of Peraringer Anna. Renaming the Madras State as Tamil Nadu, endorsing legal sanctity to marriages without religious customs and rituals, and adhering only to the 2-language formula. And no one can dare either to scrap or to change these laws. I would like to conclude with the lines of Shelley. Sir, he said, I fall upon the thorns of life, I bleed. The budget, the fudget, make India bleed all the more. Thank you very much.
Thank you.